Over to Liverpool, who seem to have already completed the signing of Jeremy Frimpong. It looks like Milos Kerkez could be next, really focusing on those wingbacks. How much money will they actually have to spend on attacking reinforcements after all that?
Well, I think that depends on who they're going to let go from the forward lines as well. I mean, we've got rumours of Nunes, Jota, Harvey Elliott, Diaz. All those are question marks as to whether they're going to be going as well. So, it could be a case of spending some money on the backs and possibly one more midfield. Could it be Florian Wirtz if they really push the boat out? Big question mark there. But certainly, I think there'll be some money coming in from some people leaving as well. That could make those coffers swell a bit to give them some money to go forward. I don't think Liverpool are going to be short of cash this summer. I think they're going to be okay and they're going to shop well. Now we're probably going to see a very interesting window compared to last one, which was basically nothing. If you remember, Arne Slot came in and he sat there and was very happy with the squad he was given, and it was great to let him settle in, and he's won the league. Now he's got the support and the backing of everybody in the club. He's had time now to evaluate all the squad at present. He's had time to work with the powers that be above him in terms of selection and money. And so you've got to see what his moves will be. Will it be more dramatic in terms of 5 or 6 coming in, or will it be 3 or 4? We've got to see. But I think that Slot's going to start stretching his muscles a little bit and putting his imprint on the squad, because they're going to start having to look at a bit of a change now coming up with an anchor of the Sellers and the Van Dijk still and the McAllisters. But they're going to have to put some new faces and some younger faces in there and start building again for the next Liverpool 4 or 5 years.
And Liverpool have opened its first standalone retail store in Scandinavia, this one being in Copenhagen. Is this a sign of good financial increase for Liverpool and just good growth of their brand?
Yes, it is. I think if I believe the press release correctly, I think it's their 19th store now, including a few others internationally as well. And there's going to be another one in Scandinavia coming up in Norway, I believe, is what they're going to be opening. Now, this opens up the whole issue about international penetration, which I've been on about, as you know, for many weeks now, about monetising the fan base overseas. And I had campaigned when I was at Everton with Richard Scudamore in the Premier League. I wanted Premier League shops opened up globally. And I thought that would have been a perfect platform for the whole Premier League clubs to be able to sell their merchandise. But of course, the big clubs, the Man United, the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Chelseas at that time thought, no, we're going to do it ourselves. I still believe, though, that there would have been countries where it didn't make sense, and everybody could have benefited from doing that for 20 clubs. And I think that would have been a big appeal for the Premier League. So I still stick by that idea as being something that should be resurrected still. But for Liverpool, look, Scandinavia, as we know, has always been a very fertile market for them. They're by far the biggest supported club in Scandinavia for the Premier League clubs. The shop looks great in Copenhagen. I'm sure it'll do well. They've got the new kit coming out, I'm sure, for the new season. It'll do very well at Christmas. The problem with international stores like this is how you fill it with fans from sort of Christmas onwards through to the end of the season. And that's where they're going to have to be clever in terms of events. And this is where I think they've got to tie in with the club more in creating more events and making them like little embassies and working with pubs and restaurants locally to put more things together to try and work on that fan base. Get more ex-player visits or player visits. All these sort of things have got to be tied in together, and it's got to have a strategic way, and then using new technology to penetrate those markets as well. But having a physical, tangible asset like a shop as a centre for things is a big sign to the fans that the club means business with them and recognises them and supports them. So it's a very positive sign. But as I say, I mean, I wouldn't like to see the high streets internationally filled with 10 different club shops. I think there could be a way to try and do it together, and everybody could cut costs and make more money if they were clever. So that's the way I'd be looking at it still, rather than individual shops.